No birthday calls. No Eid messages. No, how are you, texts. Not even when my father had surgery. Not even when my mother fell in the bathroom and broke her wrist. My own family. My own blood. They shut the door on me and pretended I was a stranger. My name is Aisha. And for 1 year, I lived in silence. Not because I left them, because they left me. It started with a fight. A small one, or so I thought. My younger sister, Sarah, got engaged. She chose a boy our parents didn't approve of. I was the only one who stood beside her. I was the only one who said, "If she's happy, I'm happy." That sentence cost me everything. "Choose," my mother said that night. "Her or us." I chose my sister. Because that's what sisters do, that's what family is supposed to do. The next morning, my number was blocked. My messages went unread. My calls went to voicemail. At family functions, they took photos and cropped me out. At weddings, they saved a seat for everyone, except me. For 11 months, I cried in private. I sent apologies no one read. I watched from the outside as they posted photos. Family dinner. Missing someone? No, they weren't missing me. They were erasing me. I learned to celebrate alone. I learned to heal alone. I learned that sometimes the people who are supposed to protect you are the ones who break you the most. I became quieter, stronger. I built a life without them. New friends, new job, new peace. I told myself I didn't need their approval anymore. I told myself I was fine. But what I didn't know that day, while I was learning to live without them, was that they were learning something too. Until everything changed on a Tuesday morning. My phone buzzed. An unknown number. A message I never thought I'd see again. "Beta, can you come home? Sarah's wedding is next month. We need you to come, for photos. You have to look perfect." After 11 months of silence, they were begging me to come back. But not for me. For pictures. I stared at that message for an hour. "We need you. Look perfect." Not, "We miss you." Not, "We're sorry." Not, "Come home, Beta." Just, "We need you." Like I was a prop. Like I was a dress they could borrow for 1 day and return with stains. The anger came first. Hot and fast. How dare they? How dare they shut me out for 11 months, let me bleed alone, and then act like nothing happened? Like I could just walk back in, smile for the camera, and pretend my heart wasn't shattered. I typed 10 replies. All of them said no. All of them said things I couldn't say out loud. Then the guilt came. "But she's your sister," a voice whispered. "Don't ruin her day." So I called Sarah. She answered on the first ring. Her voice broke immediately. "Aisha, is that you?" She was crying. "I'm so sorry." I begged them. Every day for 11 months. They wouldn't listen. They said you chose me over them, but I didn't want you to choose. I wanted us both. I closed my eyes. I could hear my mother in the background, telling her to hang up. "Just tell her to come for the wedding," she said. "We don't need drama." That's when it hit me. They hadn't changed. They hadn't grown. They hadn't realized their mistake. They just needed me. For show. For tradition. For perfect family photos. The betrayal cut deeper than the silence ever did. Because silence was pain. This was humiliation. This was them saying, "Your feelings don't matter. Only our image does." For days I was broken again. Not because I missed them, but because part of me still wanted them to miss me. To mean it. I stopped answering their calls. I stopped reading their messages. I let them feel what I felt for 11 months. Silence. But this time, the silence was different. This time, it was my choice. This time, it was my power. I started therapy. I started talking to women who'd been cut off by family. I learned a word. Boundaries. I learned that love without respect isn't love. It's control. I wrote a letter. Not to send, to heal. You taught me that family can break you, but you also taught me that I can rebuild myself without you, and that is my revenge. My shift wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was quiet. It was waking up and not checking my phone for their names. It was making plans on holidays without wondering if I'd be invited. It was realizing I was never the problem. I was just the one who said no when everyone else said yes. And a person who says no to injustice, that person is never broken. That person is awake. Sarah's wedding day came. I didn't go. I sent her a gift, a handwritten note, a white dress I wore when I graduated. Wear this for me, I wrote. Be happy for both of us. I watched the photos later on Instagram. There was an empty space in every group picture. Right beside my mother. Right where I should have stood. Guests whispered. Relatives asked, "Where's Aisha?" My mother posted, "Beautiful day, missing our daughter." The comments filled up. What happened? Why isn't she here? Family is everything. For the first time in a year, they felt the silence. They felt the empty space. They felt what I felt every single day. 2 days later, my mother called. Not texted, called. Her voice was small, broken. "Beta, please come home. We made a mistake. We were wrong. We thought we could live without you. We can't." No mention of photos. No mention of looking perfect. Just, we were wrong. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I didn't say, "I told you so." I said, "I hear you, Ami. I'm glad you understand now. But understanding comes with time. And time is something I spent 11 months learning to live without you." I told her I needed space. Real space. Not punishment. Healing. I told her if she wanted me back, it had to be for me. Not for pictures, not for tradition. For me. She was quiet. Then she whispered, "Okay, Beta, we'll wait." That was my revenge. Not by hurting them, but by choosing myself. By teaching them that love is not a transaction, that family is not just blood, that shutting someone out has consequences. Today, we're rebuilding. Slowly, carefully, on new terms. They call me now. Not just before events. They ask how my day was. They listen when I speak. And I'm not broken anymore. I'm not the girl who begged to be let back in. I'm the woman who learned to stand outside the door until they were ready to open it with respect. Moral. Sometimes the people who shut you out teach you the most important lesson. You don't need their door to be whole. You are your own home. And anyone who wants to come in has to knock with love, not need.